7th Canto, Chapter 5, text number 14. यथा भ्रमयति अयो ब्रह्मन्
यथा भ्रम्यति अयो ब्रह्मन्
स्वयम् अक्षर सन्निधौ
स्वयमाकर्षसन्निधौ
तथा मे भिद्यते चेतस्
तथा मे विद्यते चेतस्
चकार पाणिर्यदृच्छया
चक्रपाणिर्यदीक्षया
यथा भ्रम्यति अयो ब्रह्मन् स्वयम् अक्षर सन्निधौ
स्वयमाकर्षसन्निधौ
तथा मे विद्यते चेतस्
तथा मे विद्यते चेतस्
चक्रपाणेर्यदृच्छया
चक्रपाणिर्यदीक्षया
यथा भ्रम्यति अयो ब्राह्मन्
यथा ब्रह्मति अयो ब्रह्मन्
स्वयम् अक्षर सन्निधौ स्वयम् आकर्ष सन्निधौ तथा मे भिद्यते चेतस् चक्रपाणेर्यदृच्छया
यथा भ्रम्यते अयो ब्रह्मन्
यथा भ्रम्यति अयो ब्रह्मन्
स्वयम् आकर्षसन्निधौ
स्वयमाकर्षसन्निधौ
तथा मे विद्यते
तथा मे विद्यते
चेतस् चक्रपाणिर्यदीक्षया
चक्रपाणिर्यदीक्षया
यथा just as भ्रम्यति moves अयः अयन् ब्रह्मन् ओ ब्राह्मणः स्वयं itself आकर्ष of a magnet सन्निधौ in proximity तथा similarly may my vidyate it change चेतः consciousness Chakrapane of Lord Vishnu who has a disc in his hand Yadrichaya simply by the will. Translation. O Brahmanas, teachers, as iron attracted by a magnetic stone moves automatically towards the magnet, my consciousness, having been changed by his will, is attracted by Lord Vishnu, who carries a disc in his hand. Thus, I have no independence. Purport. For iron to be attracted by a magnet is natural. Similarly, for all living entities to be attracted toward Krishna is natural, and therefore the Lord's real name is Krishna, meaning he who attracts everyone and everything. The typical example of such attraction are found in Vrindavan, where everything and everyone is attracted by Krishna. The elderly persons like Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Devi, the friends like Sridhama, Sudama, and other cowherd boys, the gopis like Srimati Radharani and her associates, and even the birds, beasts, cows, and calves are attracted. The flowers and fruits in the garden are attracted. The waves of the Yamuna are attracted, and the land, sky, trees, plants, animals, all other living beings are attracted by Krishna. This is the natural situation of everything in Vrindavan. Just contrary to the affairs of Vrindavan is the material world, where no one is attracted by Krishna and everyone is attracted by Maya. This is the difference between spiritual and material worlds. Hiranyakashipu, who was in the material world, was attracted by women and money, whereas Prahlad Maharaj, being in his natural position, was attracted by Krishna. In replying to Hiranyakashipu's question about why Prahlad Maharaj had a deviant view, Prahlad said that his view was not deviant, for the natural position of everyone is to be attracted by Krishna. Hiranyakashipu found this view deviant. Prahlad said, because of being unnaturally unattracted by Krishna. Unnaturally unattracted by Krishna. Hiranyakashipu therefore needed purification. As soon as one is purified of material contamination, he is again attracted by Krishna. Sarvabhadi vinirmukta tatparatyena nirmalam. Pratyena nirmalam. In a material world, everyone is contaminated by the dirt of sense gratification and is acting according to different designations. Sometimes as a human being, sometimes a beast, sometimes a demigod or a tree, and so on. One must be cleansed of all these designations. Then one will be naturally attracted to Krishna. The bhakti process purifies the living entity of all unnatural attractions. When one is purified, he is attracted by Krishna and begins to serve Krishna instead of serving Maya. This is the natural position. A devotee is attracted by Krishna, whereas a non devotee, being contaminated by dirt of material enjoyment, is not. This is confirmed by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita 7.28. Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punyakarmana te dvandvamoha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrataha. Persons who have acted piously in previous life and this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are freed from the duality of delusion, engage themselves in my service with determination. One must be freed from all the sinful dirt of material existence. Everyone in this material world is contaminated by material desire. Unless one is free from all material desire, anyabhilashita shunyam, one cannot be attracted by Krishna. ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्कायते यत्कृपातमहमपि श्रीगुरुदत्ताय. Hare Krishna. So, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak today's Bhagavatam class. I seek blessings from all the senior Vaishnavas assembled here and all other devotees, so that I can speak something for glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and purification of heart. So we are in 7th canto, chapter 5, Prahlad, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. And in this section, just before a few verses, Prahlad Maharaj was asked by Hiranyakashipu at what you learned in the school. And Prahlad Maharaj said that Itvatmapatam Gilmandakupam Vanam Gato Yatharimashireta, that you give up this kingdom, go to Vrindavan and completely surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Hiranyakashipu was surprised. From where has this child, who was just 5 years old, from where he is getting the knowledge? And he called Chanda and Amarka and he said them that please guard this boy against Vaishnavas, because somehow the Vaishnava might have come and polluted his mind. And here Chanda and Amarka are inquiring from Prahlad Maharaj that why have you, gone in this unnatural position? And to answer their question, Prahlad Maharaj is saying that it is not unnatural position. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, just like iron attracted by magnetic stone moves automatically towards magnet, so my consciousness, having been changed by his will, is attracted by the Lord. So for iron filings to be attracted by magnet is natural. It is not unnatural. So Prahlad is saying that actually what I am having, my consciousness is natural and your consciousness is not natural, because I am naturally attracted to Krishna. And similarly, Prabhupada is, the first line Prabhupada is saying in the purport, that it is natural for all living entities to be attracted to Krishna. For all living entities to be attracted toward Krishna is natural, and therefore the Lord's real name is Krishna. Krishna means, the very meaning of the word Krishna is Sarva Akarshati iti Krishna, one who attracts everyone. And we see that in Vrindavan, everyone is attracted naturally to Krishna, whether it be birds, beasts, gopis, gopas, everyone. All the living entities have this natural attraction to Krishna. But on the contrary, we see that in the material world, we are not attracted by Krishna. So that is the misfortune. So in this material world, we see there is attraction, but that attraction, maybe there is attraction between man and woman, and dog and he dog and she dog. But if there is a Miss Universe and a Miss Universe standing just beside the dog will not be attracted. That means what is attractive object for one may not be attractive object to other living entities. But Krishna is the attractive object to all the living entities. So therefore we see Krishna is attracted in Vrindavan by all. So that, and Prabhupada is saying this is natural situation of everyone. So there's this verse, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabunai Sravanadi Suddha Chitte Karayode. So that is a natural position. Prabhupada gives the example that Krishna consciousness is natural for all the living entities. It is not that one has to, one has to, it's not an artificial imposition. Prabhupada says Krishna consciousness is not an artificial imposition on the mind. It is very natural. And he gives example just like for a child, he has the ability to walk. The walking ability is already there. Only thing is when a child is small, sometimes while walking he falls down, again gets up, he falls down, again gets up, he falters. But the walking ability is there, therefore he is able to walk. Similarly, for all the living entities, this ability to love Krishna is already there. Only thing is one has to revive it. On the contrary, for a child, it is not natural to fly. So no matter how much one may try to fly, he won't be able to fly. But Krishna consciousness is not like that. Krishna consciousness is very natural for all the living entities. So Prabhupada gives example. And then next, Prabhupada is saying in next paragraph here that why one is not attracted to Krishna? Because one is attracted to Maya. In the material world, no one is attracted by Krishna and everyone is attracted by Maya. So that is the difference. Because all our attraction, because we are covered over by Maya, therefore one is not attracted to Krishna and attracted to Maya. So that is the meaning of conditioned soul. So conditioned soul means one is conditioned. Conditioned. What is the meaning of conditioned soul? So I was hearing one lecture in which I don't remember who was giving the lecture, but a very nice analogy was brought up. So he was telling that what is the meaning of conditioned soul? So he was saying that just like in a circus, when you go and see there is a lion and there is ringman, and the lion is just doing all activities, in just one stick of the ringman is telling. The lion is going and jumping in the ring, or walking on the fire, or there are many activities the lion is doing. So how that lion is doing all these activities? Because it is not natural for the lion to do such activities, to follow someone. The lion is a free animal in the forest, in the jungle. So when the lion is actually captured, for days together the lion is not given any food, and after after the lion is completely on the verge of death, his senses are all dull and he is practically shaking because of trembling, because of not having food for days. The ringman, the person who wants to control the lion, he comes and gives him food and tells him to do certain things, and then the lion understands, and again he is fasted for many days, and this pattern continues for many days, many months, and the lion understands that if I have to survive, if I have to get food, so I have to follow this ringman. and that pattern is continuously bombarded on the lion's mind. So the natural position of the lion is lost, and the lion is completely subdued under the ringman. Similarly, for a living entity, it is natural to be attracted by the Lord, but this natural position is lost, and that is the meaning of conditioned soul. We are conditioned, and there are many instances in which sometimes it happens that the lion, is the cub of the lion is lost. Prabhupada gives example, and he goes into the herd of sheep or goats, and the cub of the lion also behaves exactly like the sheep or the goat. He doesn't know his identity. He also is drinking milk. He also is eating grass, but that is not natural for the living entity, for the cub of the lion. But because in constant association of the goats, so that natural position of the cub of the lion, or we see in the first example of the lion, the natural position is covered over by Maya. So similarly, for a living entity, because of constant touch of material energy, his natural position is lost. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Anadi karma phale, padi bhavar nava jale. Tari bare na dekhi upaya. Anadi karma phale. That he says that we don't know from many, many, many lifetimes. Anadi means eternal, nitya baddha. For times immemorial, we are under this material energy, and because of constant association of material energy, our actually original position to love Krishna is lost, to naturally love Krishna. But that but that is our that identity is already there. Krishna says, Mamai Vamsa Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manashashtani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Krishna says that it is natural because we are eternally part and parcel of Krishna. It is not an artificial imposition. That relationship between the living entity and Krishna is always there. Just like the relationship between father and son is always there. No matter the son may forget the father, but the father cannot forget the son. So similarly, the living entity can forget the Lord, but the Lord won't forget the living entity. So that sambandha is already there, is established. So therefore, the relationship, our attraction to Krishna is very natural. And Rupa Goswami also gives example. I think last Saturday, Raghuvi was telling this example of jaundice. When a person is in jaundice, actually the sugar which is very sweet, taste very bitter to that person. Why? Because the person is in jaundice. It is not natural position. He is deceased. He is in a deceased state. So therefore, the natural taste of the sugar, which is sweet, it appears to be bitter for the same person. And then Rupa Goswami says, but the remedy or the medicine for jaundice is to keep taking the jaggery juice, and then eventually it will taste sweet. Similarly, the holy name for us, it appears to be very, very bitter, but actually the holy name is very sweet. Madhuram madhurebhyopi mangalebhyopi mangalam pavanam pavanebhyopi Hare Nameva Kevalam. Madhuram madhurebhyopi. So he is saying that out of all the sweet things, the holy name is the sweetest. But unfortunately, for us, it appears to be bitter. Right? No? And once His Holiness Radha Maharaj was asked the question, and Maharaj, what is the sweet you like? Maharaj said, holy name. So that is the best sweet that one can like, or one has to at least endeavor in our state, because nothing can be more sweeter than the holy name. And so actually, I was when I was reading this section, I just remembered about. So here, actually, Chanda and Amarka are asking Prahlad Maharaj that why have you come into this just two section back. 3 verses back. They are asking that, O best of the family, how has this pollution of your intelligence been brought about by you or by enemies? So the Chandan Amarka are asking, we are teachers and we are eager to hear about this. And Prahlad Maharaj is replying. So in ISKCON also, the similar incident happened. And few like, and Prabhupada was there. There are many, not many, I think someone registered a case against ISKCON about brainwashing. And the same thing was going on, that all this, the intelligence of this Hare Krishna movement is spoiling the intelligence of the young Americans. So I was just reading this, and we'll just read few section about that. What is Prabhupada's reply to this question? So there are many places in which Prabhupada actually quoted this incident, because actually when I searched this, I also found a New York Times article. The judge rejects charges of brainwashing against Hare Krishna. It is in March 18, 1977. So it's a New York Times article is also there. And Prabhupada also many times quoted this brainwashing case. So it's exactly parallel to what Chandan Amarkar are asking Prahlad Maharaj, that how has this contamination come upon? So Prabhupada is saying that, Prabhupada is saying here that therefore you have no brain. Therefore you have no brain. It requires to be washed. Your brain is filled up with stools, so we have to wash it. What can be done? This business is washing. We are sweepers on behalf of God, and we are engaged to wash your stool in the brain. That is our business. You can say yes, brainwashing. Yes, because you have got so much stool in your brain, we require to wash it. Tell like that. Prabhupada is saying. We are engaged by Krishna because you are satisfied instead of having real brain. You have got stool in the brain. You are so rascal. You are satisfied, but we are seeing it so obnoxious, hampering your existence. Therefore, it is my thankless duty to wash it. You should have thanked me, but you so foolish. You are condemning. Yes, and then in second, Prabhupada is saying yes. So we have to wash the stool. Yes, it is brainwash. Tell them that. That is the actual truth. You do not know what is the aim of your life. You are claiming human being. The dog does not know what is the aim of life. The dog is eating, sleeping, having sex, and defense. Your whole education system is based on these 4 principles. What is the university which is teaching more than this? You have got technological knowledge. Then what is the purpose? The purpose is how you will get bread. That's all. Eating. What more? Suppose you have become a very good technologist, good title, but what is the aim? You got get a good salary and eating, that's all. Nothing more than that. Or sleeping, good apartment, or sex, nice girl. What else you have got by this education? Nothing. Nowhere it is taught. You are eternal, you are suffering in this way. Where is this education? Yeah. Prabhupada is many times Prabhupada quote this. And when actually this incident happened, Prabhupada said to that devotee that first of all, you give all my 84 books. At that time, proper 84 books. You give all my 84 books and tell the judge that before giving any judgment, you read these 84 books. Then only you can give the judgment. So, yeah. Yeah, see, Prabhupada is saying here. Yes, I was expecting to fight that case at least for some years. But by Krishna's grace, he has given some judgment on the first day itself. Actually, correct me if you're wrong. There was the judge's friend was in Harvard University, some professor, and is it right? So the judge actually called some professor in Harvard who had Prabhupada books, and that professor in Harvard, he said that actually this movement is bona fide. So the judge actually didn't read or didn't, but first day only he gave judgment. So that was actually that was for cult. Okay.
I heard that they read also, right? They read the Bhagavatam. I heard that.
One, I think that was in Australia, I guess. It was Australia. And he just died. He just died. That Harvard professor.
So Prabhupada is saying
Yeah.
He was friend. He called.
That was for cult.
That is so that's why we got out of the cult. Otherwise we were condemned as a cult.
Hmm. So Prabhupada is saying here, was it argued on that? The Indian man asking, this is a conversation, and Prabhupada is saying no. Simply we presented our statement. I advise them that you take my 84 books and present before the judge that our statements are here. First of all, you read all these books, then you give your judgment. So Indian man, Prabhupada judgment, Prabhupada, yes, Krishna has given him the sense from the ordinary statement. He has understood the whole thing and has given the judgment immediately. I never expected. That is all Krishna's arrangement. So Krishna is in everyone's heart. He has dictated that you give judgment like this, otherwise it is impossible. And in many courts we have been harassed. In Australia, many, because they are afraid. Now Krishna consciousness movement is advancing. One politician has said that this movement is increasing like epidemic. If we do not check it within 10 years, they will take our government. Yes, in America, one politician. So actually that is happening. In spite of so many obstacles, we are increasing. Our books are selling. So I think I'll stop here. If anyone has any questions, corrections.
Can I still explain this point? Why? Because one person is asking, I'm happy that you are. And that one person asked me this question.
Raj Srimad Bhagavatam.
Prabhupada.